We look to the outside, hoping that they understand how the way we are and the way we think. But no matter how much you try and express your thoughts and feelings to the outside, regardless of who you've got around you, whether that's to your family, whether that's to your friends, whether that's to the people that you feel like can understand you more than anyone, you will never be able to get that response from them where you want them to truly understand how you feel and how you think. They say consciousness, we question it from our own perspective. Like, how can you know for sure that I'm conscious the way you think? We can't. So what we do, we try and have faith and hope in the fact that other people do think like us. Like, it's not just some weird game or illusion that we're actually living. With life, we have our own perspective. We do stuff how we want to do it. We think the people on the outside are not truly aligned from the way we think. Sometimes in life you get a little glimpse to people understanding the way you think, and it reassures you a little bit. It makes you feel like you're not truly alone. Maybe you're inside this game with somebody else that's also playing, if that makes sense. And I think that's a big thing why people turn to religion, is because they can't really truly understand the way they think and feel, how that can even be a real thing, because it's only so much trust you can put into somebody else of how they're telling you they feel and how much they relate to your own ways. But truly, you never actually understand that, because when you get at home and you think to yourself, no matter how deep of a conversation you had with someone, do they truly understand the way you meant and expressed them ideas to them? Because everything's fine and everything's okay when it's daylight and sunshine and you're around people and you're talking to people about common situations and scenarios that you've lived, and they can relate to you in that aspect. But when that door closes, when you get home, when you're your real self and you're thinking about your actual life and you're the one that's living it, nobody else, when you're in that mode and you really do question the people that you had them deep conversations with, who understand you a little bit, that's when you're still looking for answers. That's when you're still trying to understand what all this is. Are you truly the only one that thinks the way you do? Is it just you in this world? Is there something wrong with you? Are you a bit weird? There's this, there's that. There's an endless cycle. And they put that down to the brain psychology, this, that. I guess you truly never really know the answer to the complexion of how you think. Do I really think like you? Am I really in the same positions you've been in? Maybe I'm just saying that. How can I trust it? They're not in my consciousness. How do I know they think how I think? You don't. And that's the craziness I think about life. You'll never truly understand. You'll never fully know for sure if this world outside of your own consciousness is truly real from the way you perceive it. And that's the craziness can trip a lot of us out. And sometimes if you don't think about it, it doesn't trip you out. When you really dive into it and think about it, that stuff can trip you right out. We've got to live with the fact that it's us living our life. We can take into consideration that other people, even if it's close people like our family, are actually thinking and relate to the things we think and feel. But at the end of the day, we truly will never know what all this is. I think the real answer to all this comes down to the one thing we try and put to the back of our mind, and that's death. Like, we try and I think when we die, there's going to be answers to be answered, questions that are going to be answered, because it's all just one big mad situation and speculation